Hi everyone, my name is Mustang World and welcome back to this info video. A lot of you maybe already have noticed on the screen, SwordBurst 2 will be in early access on Friday, March 31st, around 10 PM/midnight PST. It will cost around 125 Robux to join the game, and you will see more details later on this Twitter. The reason why I'm making this video, I basically tested the game with Alex and it was a lot of fun to see what they already made, and it's actually a really good looking game. I basically want to talk about a certain things because actually the game received a lot of new Twitter pictures online, and I'm basically gonna talk a little bit how I experienced it, how much fun the game was, and of course how good and different it is compared with SwordBurst Online, Alpine Online, and Shard Online, because those games are similar. So the tweet says more player testing today, preparing for an early access. A lot needs doing, but soon you will be able to play alongside the development. You will basically see a picture over here of standing on floor 1. This tweet is saying more work done tonight with a lot of progress, getting very close to early access. This is basically the first town you will see. This town is really gorgeous. It has a day/night cycle. That's also a really cool thing to see at the same time when games actually have a day and night cycle, and it actually feels like it's globally made. Like if you teleport towards a different floor, it will be the same moment when the sun goes up, and that's actually really cool. I noticed that by testing. I don't know if it's actually a thing, but it seems to be a thing. But this floor, basically the town is really gorgeous. We have over here a little bit of a stairs. This is basically inside one of the boss dungeons. You basically go in a dungeon, you have to do certain things, then in the end you will see this in this kind of dungeon. I'm not gonna say which dungeon it is because you have to find out which one it is, because I do not want to spoil anything for the people who do not know it. But this is really awesome. The dungeons are really fun to play. They do not feel really repetitive. They don't feel like SBOs. They are actually like, they're just good. Like, they're good enough to be a dungeon. You have a lot of fun once you actually go from the floor towards the dungeon, and you basically have a whole new area. It feels like a complete new floor, basically. It's just really, really good. Over here, this is probably the best thing you will find out. One epically huge code grind later, and an entire skill system with hotkey bind, stamina, and so on is made. First skill is block. Yes, guys, we finally have it. We finally have a blocking skill. This skill is basically, you can cast it and you will block an enemy attack. You will block a certain amount of % of damage. Blocking actually can save your life, and of course it looks really cool. Basically you can see it over here. You see these blue things around the characters. You're sitting down, you're holding your sword like I'm blocking what you're doing, and that's actually really cool, and it also feels really smoothly. Also, for the people wondering, yes, they are still on the first floor, basically the forest-ish floor. So we're gonna go towards the next picture, and this is basically the lobby. Can you spot the fan art? That's right, tweet your fan art at me, and if my eyes don't bleed, I may post it on the game start menu. Basically, I don't know if this still is a feature in the game because I didn't really look at it. If this still is a feature, you can basically have really good fan art in the background of the game, and it will basically switch out once in a while. Basically, it's a cool thing to do. But this lobby is probably one of the best lobbies you will see ever on Roblox. I can clearly say it because you maybe already have noticed. We're gonna zoom in on this. Look at this. Look at these bed sheets. This is Roblox. Look at this. This is the carpet. This is the chair. Like, logical things, but like this bed feels so surreal and so real, and that's actually really cool to know as well. We're gonna go towards the other picture, and we're back at the town again. Finally caught up with gamepad support I have been wanting to do, hoping to make an entire game playable on gamepad, so people who use a gamepad and all those kind of things can basically play the game more enjoyable, because a lot of times games aren't really supported and they have a couple of glitches or negative features. But SB2 will have a really good support, and we can of course trust Alex to make that a really cool thing. You can see a little bit of a different angle from here. You basically see the beautiful buildings over here. In the background you see a big area over as well. You can also walk over there. This is the spawning area. I have to say, the spawning area has actually been changed just in case, because they do not want to be in any trouble with Sword Art Online, so they basically have barely or a lot of edited things from SEO are their own thing. So this spawn looks completely different. The new spawn actually looks way better, and it still has the same kind of similar things like with the pillars, but in the middle. Something really awesome is there. I'm not gonna spoil it, sadly enough, because I'm just not gonna do it. I'm sorry. Over here, nameplates work right now. So we basically have custom nameplates, but a lot of people already have noticed in the background we have an animated mob named Ilfang. Everybody remembers Ilfang, but a lot of people are probably wondering, but Ilfang is animated. Does this mean every mob is gonna be animated? No. Only the bosses are gonna be animated because it takes a long time to edit every kind of mob because they are not compatible. So they're only gonna focus on the bosses. The bosses will get some cool things in the future, so keep an eye on that. I'm not gonna say anything until it's confirmed, but it's like close to confirmed, so it's like I'm safe to say it's gonna be something really amazing. But basically, this floor actually receives way more graphical updates. This floor looks so pretty. I still cannot believe that a brick building floor can actually look this pretty, because most of the times brick building floors are really ugly, and this basically isn't. This is completely the opposite. Like you can see over here, this is basically the first version they made. It actually got edited quite a bit, and it just looks so many times better. Like over here we got a lot of awesome grass, way more details, like everything, the lighting is better, and yeah, we basically have been waiting for a lot of tweets about that, but I know they do not want to show everything instantly, and that's basically the thing. Like, I understand why they do not want to show everything in a row, because that will basically spoil the game a little bit and of course ruin the surprise, because a lot of people think the game's gonna look like this exactly. Trust me, it's gonna look way more prettier. So everybody knows this pictures, like everybody saw already the other pictures. The repairs are really good animations. The animations in this game are so nice. They feel you're hitting, you're doing perfect slashes, perfect stabs with your rapier, using your katana, like the good chops. Two-handed swords feel good, dual wielding is nice, one wielding is nice. It just feels so good. Kevin did a really good job on making the animations, and they are all so satisfying to use when you actually hit an enemy. Like you see different stances, standing still with a weapon. That's also still a thing in the game, basically. That's still really cool. You can see a dual wielding over here. Like a lot of people already know how most of the things work. A lot of weapons from SBO are remade and put back in this game. Even weapons that used to be in the game and got removed later on are changed. And they are actually reverted back to a different version with a mix of it. And that's also cool to see. I'm not gonna say which weapons they are. If you know, maybe you say it in the comments down below. You maybe know it. But I'm not gonna say it exactly. The Inferno, yes, awesome weapon. Like, I really still like how this looks. And this menu. Oh, this menu. It's working perfectly. It looks beautiful. In the new version, you basically got something down here with one-handed, two-handed, repairs, katana, armor, and search. So you basically can search kind of class. The other menu tabs also look really good. There is basically a hotkey swappable thing for skills. It's just really good. The location tab where you see the floors, they look so beautiful. They look so high def. It's just fitting all together, and it's just like that kind of thing that you want to know. Of course, the player thing is also really amazing, and of course trade, we already know this, but you basically can see all the players currently online in your server, and of course the gamepad once again for mobile controls, the tablets, it's all working. This game is not gonna lag you. You do not even need a really strong computer or tablet or all that kind of stuff, because this game is a mix for both. Basically lower end can play it, but higher end will even be better on it for the details and all that way. Also, all the bosses, of course, once again, are animated, and they will be revamped. Like, we got a water element over here, we got a fire element, and so on, because Kevin already said that before. And that's basically what I want to say about this game, because it was just a lot of fun testing. My experience on this game, the game isn't the same like SBO anymore, not like Shard Online. He learned from the mistakes that the game's made, and he basically put a lot of things together. He is doing really good. The development team is doing really good. I really like helping them. It's just a lot of fun testing a lot of things, giving ideas out and all that kind of stuff. But I have to say, SwordBurst 2 is a completely different game. Like, a lot of people were scared the game's gonna be boring, it's gonna be exactly the same like all the other games he made. Trust me, it's still easy to play for the casual players, but for the little bit more advanced players, there are features. If you master them, you're gonna be even better on it. But the casual player doesn't need to master it to be decent on that side, but the people that master it will have a little bit of an advantage, because like blocking perfectly or any other skills that will gonna come out soon, you are gonna have a little bit of a head start on all the other people. But basically I want to say thank you all for watching. We are definitely gonna live stream the game on Saturday, April 1st. This isn't a joke. We're definitely gonna live stream the game, so if you guys all want to join, I'm probably gonna give away some of the Robux. So if you're still watching and you guys want me to give away, type in do a giveaway for early access. I will definitely do one and basically make like around 5 or 10 people join the game. Depends how much I have currently and how many people want me to do it. And of course, if you want to see more about this game and you're all hyped up, make sure you press the like button. How more likes, how better it is. Make sure you share it with your friends. This is basically a little bit in-depth stuff, not spoiling anything, not leaking anything that was like hidden, but just explaining a little bit and talking and giving my first impression on it. It was just amazing and it was great. So once again, guys, please say it with me. 1, 2, 3, peace out. Yeah!